Nobody's Fool by Harlan Coben. Publication date, March 25th, 2025. Print length, 352 pages. In this stunningly twisty thriller from #1 New York Times best-selling author Harlan Coben, a secret from former detective Sammy Kearse's college days comes back to haunt him. His memory is clear, but all these years later, the facts don't add up, which is something he cannot ignore. Sammy Kearse, a young college grad backpacking in Spain with friends, wakes up one morning covered in blood. There's a knife in his hand. Beside him, the body of his girlfriend, Anna, dead. He doesn't know what happened. His screams drown out his thoughts, and then he runs. 22 years later, Kearse, now a private investigator, is a new father who's working off his debts by doing low-level surveillance jobs and teaching wannabe sleuths at a night school in New York City. One evening, he recognizes a familiar face at the back of the classroom. Anna. It's unmistakably her. As soon as Kearse makes eye contact with her, she bolts. For Kearse, there is no choice. He knows he must find this woman and solve the impossible mystery that has haunted his every waking moment since that terrible day. His investigation will bring him face to face with his past and prove, after all this time, he's nobody's fool. Of Eternity, The End Times According to Revelation, by Gary Hamrick. Publication date August 5th, 2025. Print length 320 pages. A clear and practical journey through Revelation from beginning to end. While the discouraging state of the world can leave us feeling uncertain about the future, God made his plans known to us far in advance so we can live with hope and expectation. Standing on the Edge of Eternity is a user-friendly guide to understanding Revelation's vital teachings about Jesus Christ, Earth's final days, the millennial kingdom, and heaven. Alongside Pastor Gary Hamrick, you will explore God's extraordinary plan to punish evil, establish worldwide justice, and reward his own with an incredible inheritance for all eternity. Gary's straightforward teaching style and passage-by-passage approach helps make studying Revelation both easy and informative. As you engage with thoughtful study questions in each chapter to help you take Scripture's lessons to heart, you will be left with a deep appreciation for the clarity, authority, and awe-inspiring message of the Bible's final book. From beginning to end, God has been working out a rescue plan for the world that he loves. Discover how Revelation can provide you with both hope for today and assurance for eternity. Broken Country, Reese's Book Club, by Claire Leslie Hall. Publication date, March 4th, 2025. Print length, 320 pages. The farmer is dead. He is dead, and all anyone wants to know is who killed him. Beth and her gentle, kind husband Frank are happily married, but their relationship relies on the past staying buried. But when Beth's brother-in-law shoots a dog going after their sheep, Beth doesn't realize that the gunshot will alter the course of their lives. For the dog belonged to none other than Gabriel Wolf, the man Beth loved as a teenager, the man who broke her heart years ago. Gabriel has returned to the village with his young son Leo, a boy who reminds Beth very much of her own son, who died in a tragic accident. As Beth is pulled back into Gabriel's life, tensions around the village rise and dangerous secrets and jealousies from the past resurface, this time with deadly consequences. Beth is forced to make a choice between the woman she once was and the woman she has become. A sweeping love story with the pace and twists of a thriller, Broken Country is a novel of simmering passion, impossible choices, and explosive consequences that toggles between the past and present to explore the far-reaching legacy of first love. Fearless, Book 3 of the Powerless Trilogy, by Lauren Roberts. Publication date, April 8th, 2025. Print length, 608 pages. Surviving in the slums as an ordinary is no simple task, and Peyton knows this better than most. Having been trained by her father to be keenly observant since she was a child, Peyton poses as a psychic in the crowded city, blending in with the elites as best she can to stay alive and out of trouble. Easier said than done. When Peyton unsuspectingly saves one of Ilya's princes, she finds herself thrown into the purging trials. The brutal competition exists to showcase the elite's powers, the very thing Peyton lacks. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for certainly will if he discovers what she is, completely ordinary. Book 3 of 3. Peyton and Kai are reunited, but face a terrible decision in this thrilling conclusion to the New York Times best-selling romantic fantasy trilogy perfect for fans of Sarah J. Maas and the Red Queen. Peyton Gray and Kai Azer return to the kingdom of Ilya. And Peyton has a life-altering choice to make. Whatever she decides will determine her fate, and the fate of those around her, forever. In the ultimate battle of love and loyalty, who wins? Shred happens. So easy, so good. 100+ protein-packed Mediterranean favorites with a low-carb twist by Arash Hashemi. Publication date: August 5th, 2025. Print length: 320 pages. The creator of Shred Happens shares 100+ low-carb, high-protein recipes, all flavored with Mediterranean and Middle Eastern flair, that he developed to lose 100 pounds. When he started sharing his healthy, easy recipes on social media, they took off, as did his viral low-carb, high-protein Kaizen pasta. Now, in his debut cookbook, he shares his formula for success: mouth-watering meals built on protein, veggies, and satisfying lower-carb alternatives, dressed up with amazing flavors and sauces. You'll find shareable plates. Invite your friends to split warm roasted eggplant with tahini and walnuts. Spreads and dips. Make dips a lifestyle with grilled eggplant dip, baba ganoush, and garlic feta dip. Salads. Hearty faves like spicy tuna salad and Mediterranean chicken salad won't leave you hungry. Mains. You'll crave the main event with lamb koftas with cucumber dill yogurt sauce, ricotta stuffed eggplant rolls, and spicy walnut jumbo scallops. Pasta and rice. Pasta carbonara and marry me chicken pasta will soothe your soul. Power bowls. Arash's viral salmon power bowl and Korean beef bowl will crush your macros and your hunger. Sauces and salsas. Chili lime everything sauce, zug, chermoula, and spicy yum yum sauce are absolute game changers that elevate the most basic plate of protein and veggies into a whole new dimension. Desserts. Satisfy your sweet tooth without the carbs with lemon ricotta crepes and baklava pancakes. Everything is Tuberculosis, signed edition: The History and Persistence of Our Deadliest Infection hardcover. By John Green. Publication date: March 18th, 2025. Print length: 208 pages. Human touch that goes into every word. The Associated Press. This highly readable call to action could not be more timely. Careless, starred review. Tuberculosis has been entwined with humanity for millennia. Once romanticized as a malady of poets, today tuberculosis is seen as a disease of poverty that walks the trails of injustice and inequity we blazed for it. In 2019, author John Green met Henry Ryder, a young tuberculosis patient at Laka Government Hospital in Sierra Leone. John became fast friends with Henry, a boy with spindly legs and a big, goofy smile. In the years since that first visit to Laka, Green has become a vocal advocate for increased access to treatment and wider awareness of the healthcare inequities that allow this curable, preventable infectious disease to also be the deadliest, killing over 1 million people every year. In Everything is Tuberculosis, John tells Henry's story, woven through with the scientific and social histories of how tuberculosis has shaped our world, and how our choices will shape the future of tuberculosis. Abundance. By Ezra, Klein, and Derek Thompson. Publication date: March 18th, 2025. Print length: 304 pages. To trace the history of the 21st century so far is to trace a history of unaffordability and shortage. Laws meant to ensure that government considers the consequences of its actions have made it too difficult for government to act consequentially. In the last few decades, our capacity to see problems has sharpened while our ability to solve them has diminished. Progress requires facing up to the institutions in life that are not working as they need to. It means, for liberals, recognizing when the government is failing. It means, for conservatives, recognizing when the government is needed. In a book exploring how we can move from a liberalism that not only protects and preserves, but also builds, Klein and Thompson trace the political, economic, and cultural barriers to progress and propose a path toward a politics of abundance. At a time when movements of scarcity are gaining power in country after country, this is an answer that meets the challenges of the moment while grappling honestly with the fury so many rightfully feel. The Next Conversation, Argue Less, Talk More, by Jefferson Fisher. Publication date, March 18, 2025. Print length, 304 pages. Fisher has gained millions of followers through short, simple, practical videos teaching people how to argue less and talk more. Whether it's handling a heated conversation, dealing with a difficult personality, or standing your ground with confidence, his down-to-earth teachings have helped countless people navigate life's toughest situations. Now, for the first time, Fisher has distilled his three-part communication system. Say it with control, say it with confidence, say it to connect, that can easily be applied to any situation. You will learn why you should never win an argument, how to assert yourself and communicate with intention, how to set boundaries and frame conversations, why saying less is often more, how to overcome conflict with connection. The next conversation will give you practical phrases that will lead to powerful results, from breaking down defensiveness in a hard talk with a family member to finding your own assertive voice at the boardroom conference table. Your every word matters, and by controlling how you communicate every day, you will create waves of positive impact that will resonate throughout your relationships to last a lifetime. Everything you want to say and how you want to say it can be found in the next conversation. Careless People, A Cautionary Tale of Power, Greed, and Lost Idealism, by Sarah Wynn-Williams. Publication date, March 11, 2025. Print length, 400 pages. In a gripping and often absurd narrative where a few people carelessly hold the world in their hands, this eye-opening memoir reveals what really goes on among the global elite. Sarah Wynn-Williams tells the wrenching but fun story of Facebook, mapping its rise from stumbling encounters with juntas to Mark Zuckerberg's reaction when he learned of Facebook's role in Trump's election. She experiences the challenges and humiliations of working motherhood within a pressure cooker of a workplace, all while Sheryl Sandberg urges her and others to lean in. Careless People is a deeply personal account of why and how things have gone so horribly wrong in the past decade, told in a sharp, candid, and utterly disarming voice. A deep, unflinching look at the role that social media has assumed in our lives, Careless People reveals the truth about the leaders of Facebook, how the more power they grasp, the less responsible they become, and the consequences this has for all of us. Sunrise on the Reaping, a Hunger Games novel by Suzanne Collins. Publication date, March 18, 2025. Print length, 400 pages. The phenomenal fifth book in the Hunger Games series. When you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? As the day dawns on the 50th annual Hunger Games, fear grips the districts of Panem. This year, in honor of the Quarter Quell, twice as many tributes will be taken from their homes. Back in District 12, Hamish Abernathy is trying not to think too hard about his chances. All he cares about is making it through the day and being with the girl he loves. When Hamish's name is called, he can feel all his dreams break. He's torn from his family and his love, shuttled to the capital with the 3 other District 12 tributes, a young friend who's nearly a sister to him, a compulsive oddsmaker, and the most stuck-up girl in town. As the games begin, Hamish understands he's been set up to fail. But there's something in him that wants to fight, and have that fight reverberate far beyond the deadly arena.